trying to cough on camera.
Gross.
Who cares? Not coronavirus.
You don't know.
Hi guys, we are here on week 30 of our 52 weeks to full-time RV life. This week, as we are surrounded by dogs that you can hear that are griping at each other. And for those of you that have asked a couple times now and I keep forgetting to answer and I just remembered, the little jingle that you hear or the little tap 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 you hear when we're doing these videos in the kitchen right here, that's the dogs. That's their bells on their collars. That's their feet on the wood floor, and that was a squeaky toy. So those are the noises that you usually hear in the background when we're doing video here in the kitchen.
However, for those of you guys that have noticed, this sound, that's Lynn whenever she hits
when I tend to talk with my hands and hit the dining room table, that's that.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry, totally off topic, but a bunch of people have asked that and I always forget to answer it. So this week we're talking about California, coronavirus, and Disneyland.
Yeah, because the last time she said that, she said California coronavirus. And I was like, that's not a thing.
So it's California, coronavirus, Disneyland. And Disneyland. Yeah. So first of all, yes, we live in California. Yes, California is one of the strictest states out here as far as coronavirus. You're right. All of our schools, every school, at least in our, from what I can tell statewide, all of our schools are closed. Colleges down to preschools, they're all closed. Bars, nightclubs, what did you call them, pubs?
Brew pubs.
Yeah, I'm not much of a drink.
Breweries.
So basically any of those hangout situations, those are all suggested to be closed by the governor. Any restaurant that serves more than 50 people or has the capacity to sit down and dine more than 50 people is being told, requested to limit their capacity. They can still serve to-go food and they can still do like DoorDash and Postmates and those things, but they're trying to limit how many people are sitting in restaurants eating. Some restaurants are just closing altogether. Yeah. If you've been up on the news, we just read today that half of because MGM owns half of the casinos in Vegas. Yeah. So they are closing all their casinos and and the buffets and all those things in Vegas. So I'm sure the people in Vegas are taking a huge financial hit. But yeah, it's a little bit crazy out there. And we are here in California where apparently we're being very strict and you got to do what you got to do. Yeah. Better safe than sorry, right?
Absolutely.
So one of the things that we did see this week, or I did because I went, is if you're local to us, you know that our Costco in Cypress was on the news this week. And it was because people literally, and I'm not exaggerating, lined up 2 miles down Catella Avenue before Costco opened to get into Costco. Now, the crazy thing about that is people parked at Costco, or there's a Los Alamitos racetrack is right by Costco, so people could park there. Then they went to Costco to the front to get baskets, then walked the basket 2 miles down the line on Catella Avenue to get in line with a basket so that when they did get in, they had a basket. Crazy. I went to Costco Friday. I stood in line about 15 minutes to get in. It wasn't because Costco was so crowded that I had to wait 15 minutes to get in. It was because the fire marshal came and said, because I took the time to ask one of the workers, and he explained to me that it's not that they're so overly crowded, it's that the fire marshal is limiting how many people can be in the building at once. So as people are exiting Costco, they're letting more people in. So I think they were doing a 10-to-10 ratio. So as 10 people left, they would let 10 more people in. So it didn't really take as long to get in as you would think. I waited in line about 15 minutes. The line was only like down the side of the building when I was there. It wasn't as long as it had been in the morning. When I got into Costco, it wasn't crowded because they only were letting a certain number of people in. It's been more crowded than that on a holiday. Our Costco, when I did go on Friday, they had everything we needed to get. The only thing they were out of was toilet paper, water, paper products basically, water, all the ramen noodles, which I find interesting because they're horrible for you, but I guess they're not expensive. And so the whole like 3 pallets down of ramen noodles were gone. And so that to me is a little bit weird because those are horrible for you to begin with. And then Oh, the cup of soups. That was the other one. So it's
Cup
like
of
cup of
noodles.
soup, cup of soups, or cup of noodles, top ramens, miso like bowls where you just add the water. They're just basically like cup of noodles, different flavor. Those were all gone, and so all I kept thinking to myself at Costco was, if these people, this is all these people are eating, they're not going to need any of that toilet paper because those two don't go together.
No.
I did have a lot of respect. I don't know who you are, dude, but whoever you were, I do have a lot of respect for the guy whose only thing in his basket was 5 gallons of Captain Morgan. You know what? Do what you got to do to get through it, man. You know, like literally that's all the guy had in his basket was 5 gallons of Captain Morgan.
I'm okay with it.
So, you know, we all cope in our own ways.
Yeah.
So,
but we did go to the grocery store today, which is yesterday for you guys because we're filming this on Sunday. And just a quick note, just a reminder, our videos come out on Monday. I've had a couple of people ask me, and actually I just saw a note on YouTube asking if our video was coming out late, if we were okay. Yes, we're completely okay. But our videos now are switched from Fridays to Mondays. So we did that a couple weeks ago. So just so you guys know, that's our new date.
Our new regular date for releasing videos is Monday.
So we went to the grocery store yesterday for you, and you know, I gotta tell you, it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. You know, we've been seeing a lot of pictures and videos about, you know, just people emptying out shelves and stuff, and I've seen a lot of pictures recently of the shelves empty. But what they didn't do is pan the camera to the left or right, because where there's empty, right next to it, there's plenty of stuff. And we took some videos. Lynn will probably, you know,
You've probably been watching them. I've probably overlaid them here while we've been talking about it. But the interesting thing is, so like in the meat department, it was completely empty except for anything vegan. So Beyond Meats, all those things, or tofu, any of that was still there. So apparently it's a really good time to be vegan. And any of the USDA prime cuts, so the expensive meats, were still there too. It was all the less expensive meats that were completely empty.
Ground beef, all that other stuff.
Just basically any other meat.
Yeah.
It was completely empty. Obviously the paper aisle, you know, toilet paper and all that was completely empty. There's no water to be had, but like tap water. I mean, I guess filtered through the refrigerator water.
Through the fridge over there, it's got the thing.
But it is tap water. And to the lady at Ralph's today, I don't know who you are, but there was a lady that was waiting for her $6 Starbucks coffee drink to be made because there's a Starbucks in our local Ralph's. She was yelling at the barista that was happily trying to make her coffee for her about how she was mad that the shelves at Ralph's were empty because she couldn't get the things that she wanted to get, and it was really, you know, pissing her off. And she's trying to yell at this poor Starbucks worker who's telling her, you know, there's nothing I can do. I work in the Starbucks. Lady, your privilege is showing. So, you know what? Check yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's unnecessary. Treating people like that right now in the midst of all of this is completely unnecessary. Yep. You know? And we keep seeing it. There was a lady that yelled at me at Costco because they were in the line to get in, and to get out, you have to cut through that line just to get past them to get out. I was trying to do that, to go past, and she started yelling at me saying I couldn't cut in front of her. My basket was full. Like, I wasn't trying to cut in front of her. I was done. I was trying to leave. But she's yelling at me anyway. People are yelling at each other in the grocery store. People are yelling at each other in Costco. I mean, people are honking at each other when you're driving. It's crazy. People need to calm down.
Yeah, it's been insane. And guys, again, you know, we're all in this together. We really are. You know, the more we work together, the more we'll be able to withstand, outlast, survive, whatever you want to call it. You know, get through all of this chaos and mess. I mean, you have the guy in Tennessee that hoarded, you know, over 17,000, you know, things of disinfectant wipes and
hand sanitizer
and all that. And by the way, good on Amazon for getting on all of those people, including him, and shutting them down. And good on the state of Tennessee, I believe it was.
Well, and the national government, our Washington government has put out a number now that you can call to report price gouging anywhere. So good for them.
Yeah.
Because people shouldn't be doing that.
No.
People shouldn't be capitalizing on other people's fear, and that's what this guy was doing.
Yeah. I'm glad he got his entire inventory, like, basically taken away from him.
Well, they shut him down, and then they gave him 3 days to donate all of his inventory, which he, of course, didn't do. So they are, according to the article I read today, they are picking up his inventory, and they will be donating on his behalf.
Good.
This week. So you know what? Karma. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You know, what goes around comes around, and people shouldn't be taking advantage of people during this time. So
speaking of which, I just want to put this out there. Speaking of taking advantage, we're going to do completely the opposite. Lynn and I, if you guys need anything and you guys live near Cypress,
if you're local to us.
Yeah, if you guys need anything and you're in the Southern California area, Orange County specifically.
Orange County area.
Give us a shout. Let us know. Because if you are not able to, for whatever reason, whether you have some sort of a health issue, I know one of our neighbors.
A few of our neighbors actually have health issues, so they won't be going out at all. I've offered up to them to be able to, run to the store for them, run to the post office for them, whatever, little errands if it'll help them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to hurt me. I'm going to be doing those things anyway. I need to go to the post office like twice a week. If I need to run to the store for them, whatever, I'm willing to do that. So is Jonathan. So if you're local to us and you're immunocompromised, or you're not feeling well, or you have elderly family members you're worried about,
or you have complications that if you do get the virus, that it would cause you a lot of harm, let us know. Reach out to us.
And if we can pick something up for you from the store, or like we said, run a quick errand for you or whatever, we're happy to do that. So reach out to us and let us know, because we're more than willing to help during our downtime.
Yep. For sure.
So, and then for those of you thinking of visiting California, there's some things that have changed. I'm sure most of you noticed, but just in case you haven't, those of our friends that are out there that are RVers, full-time RVers, and traveling or trying to travel right now, especially in RVs or road trips, that kind of thing, all of the major amusement parks in California are closed. So that includes Universal Studios, Magic Mountain, Knott's Berry Farm, and Disneyland. And Disney's California Adventure. Right now they are all closed. All of the major events in California, like we said earlier, have been closed. Swap meets, those kinds of things have been shutting down. And then most recently, they've started shutting down RV parks in California. So right now I know for sure one, Dockweiler Beach RV Resort. And I will put a link to them in the description below.
They're in El Segundo, California.
They have shut down. From what I read in the article, there will be more RV parks shutting down. So keep an eye on that if you're coming to California in an RV and you think you have reservations somewhere. Maybe you don't, because the place may shut down.
Yeah.
National parks are starting to consider shutting down parts of the national parks. They have shut down some major events in national parks. So if you are, like we said, out there traveling, keep an eye on those websites. Check those places, because they may not be open to you to get into with your RV. So it may become a little bit more difficult, depending on where you are out there on the road, to find a place to park your RV if they're going to start shutting down RV parks and national parks and those kinds of things. So
and Lynn will put a link down below, but or even put it up on the screen. But if you're looking for more information on the national parks, nationalparkstraveler.org.
it's a good website.
It's a good website. It gives you a lot of information on
and keep
what's
in mind
going on.
that the national park websites and a lot of the other websites don't update on the weekends. So they'll update like Friday night, and then they'll update Monday. So if it's over a weekend, make sure you check in on Monday, because things change over the weekends, especially the national parks. Those guys don't work on the weekends doing the website and stuff. So keep an eye on those. But if you're thinking of traveling anywhere that you're not used to, and especially California, just check websites, make phone calls, make sure your reservations are still solid, make sure you do have somewhere to go. If we had RV parking, we would offer it up, but we don't. So we have nowhere around us to park an RV. Otherwise, we would gladly offer it up for you guys to boondock near us. But unfortunately, in California, that's tough to do.
Yeah.
So that's the update on California as we know it right now, and what's in our area. It's kind of weird. We normally walk to our grocery store. It's about a half mile away, and we enjoy just walking over there. And we did that today. And the major street that it's on, was empty. No cars driving on a major street. And that was a little bit weird. I shared a photo of that on our Instagram. It's a little bit eerie when you go out. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit weird. So if you're not following us on Instagram, it's Create and Capture Life on Instagram.
Yeah.
So now the big thing that a lot of people have asked us about. Yes, Disneyland and Disneyland's California Adventure are closed. Yes, it does affect us. We did not know that it closed. We both work there, as you guys know. If you don't, hello, I'm Lynn. He's Jonathan. We both work for Disneyland. We both work there. We did not know they were closed. We were in the middle of filming something else with the California Highway Patrol on Wednesday. We were out in the rain, as we stated earlier, filming. And on the way back from that film location, my daughter had texted me and said, Disneyland's closed, ? And I told her, I don't know what you're talking about. She sent me an article that had gone out to Variety.com that she gets regularly. And it said, you know, it was the press release about Disneyland and California Adventure being closed. We were like, wow, we didn't even know. And we worked there. But it wasn't Disneyland's fault that we didn't know. It was because we were doing something else.
Yeah.
Because they did, when we did check our emails, they had sent us emails saying this is what's going on. So yes, Disneyland and California Adventure closed. Right now, all we know as employees there is that they're closed until March 31st. We haven't heard anything else.
No, I haven't heard anything else.
So for Jonathan, he will still be reporting to work and he will still get paid. He's a salaried employee. I unfortunately will not be working or getting paid. So that's tough. And all of our, within 24 hours, we were doing this job with the California Highway Patrol Thursday and Friday. Friday afternoon, we finished the second part of the, Thursday we heard Disneyland was closing. We read up on that. Friday, after the second part of this project we were doing with the California Highway Patrol, slowly we started getting emails and phone calls and text messages. And we lost, in the span of 24 hours, we lost all of our work for the month of April and parts of May.
Yeah, for the rest of March, all of April, and some of May, we've lost
all of our work.
All of our
work and all of our income from those jobs. And that's, for us, equals thousands of dollars that we were counting on. So yeah, things are gonna get tough. Thank God, you know, Jonathan will still get his paycheck because I don't know what we would do without that. But sorry, my phone's blowing up for some reason. Luckily we will still have that, but like I said, I will not be getting paid from Disneyland. And for all of our friends out there that have lost work this week, that work in the production industry, you know, we're praying for you guys too.
Yeah.
You know, we'll all come out of it in the end. I'm sure in the end it'll be fine one way or the other, but it's a tough time for anybody that works in the entertainment industry, film and television, any of those things, especially in California, because everything's shutting down and that means no income. For those of us that live a gig life, as you call it, we work gig to gig and we don't get regular paychecks. Jonathan, thank God, does because of his position at Disney, but the rest of us don't, and now we won't be getting paid.
Yeah. And Disney is actually doing a cool thing. Unfortunately, Lynn is not a regular employee because she does do our outside business. But for all of full-time status employees, and for any employee that had shifts scheduled the next couple weeks, they are paying all of those people.
Yeah, Disney's being amazing to employees. Don't get us wrong.
Yeah.
This is not Disney. Disney's doing right by their employees.
Yeah, Disney's definitely doing right.
And not only are they paying the employees the regular employees that had scheduled work in the next 2 weeks, they also took all of the food that they already had possession of from all the venues in Disneyland and they are donating it to different food pantries. They are donating it in different places so that food does not go to waste. So that's amazing. Thank you, Disney, for thinking about that and for doing that instead of just throwing away all of that food. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
And those Disney volunteers that are helping with that, thank you guys for doing that. We really do, you know, I think it's amazing. But it is weird. I mean, Disneyland's only been closed 3 times in its history. For JFK's assassination, the Northridge earthquake out here in Disneyland, which didn't affect Magic Kingdom, and 9/11, which also affected Magic Kingdom. So, and now it's closed for 2 weeks. As of now, could be longer. Right now it's 2 weeks.
So, quick word on that. So, the Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure are closed until the 31st of
Officially
March.
until the March 31st.
Yeah, until March 31st. For now, who knows what happens in the future? As of right now, they're closed until March 31st. The hotels will be closing on Monday the 16th. Right, that's Monday the... Tomorrow.
Or today.
Today for you guys.
That we put this video up.
Closing on the 16th until the 31st also. Again, unless things change. But Downtown Disney is still open. So if you guys are in the area and you just want to go get some Disney merchandise, or if you need to go, want to just go at least hang out close to Disney.
Yeah.
Downtown Disney for now is still open.
And you can go, if you go through Downtown Disney to where you would get into Disneyland, we've already seen a couple of videos of it. You can see where the gates are locked. Some people think that's really interesting. You can see where the gates, because it's all open.
Yeah.
It's all open right there. But it is...
it's definitely interesting. I gotta tell you guys.
It's a little spooky.
In my 19 years of working for the company, it's weird.
I've seen a lot of people do videos on YouTube crying and Instagram posts crying. They were there the last day before they closed and people were crying and stuff. And sometimes we forget that Disneyland means so much to some people because we're there all the time. And, it's in the grand scheme of things, it's an amusement park. People's health and well-being is way more important.
Yeah, for sure.
And
especially with the number of people that come through the park and how fast
and from
it gets
different
spread.
places.
Yeah.
I mean,
I commend Disney for making that really hard decision.
And I commend them for being the first one to make the decision because in California they were the first ones to make that announcement. Quickly followed by Universal Studios, probably half a day later.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, Knott's Berry Farm and Magic Mountain jumped on board. And so I appreciate them thinking about the safety and well-being of all of us as cast members and of the guests. So, it sucks, but we have to do what's right as a community. We have to do what's right to keep everyone healthy. And, it is what it is. And like we said, for those of our friends that are living the gig life like us and working in production, hang in there, guys. That's all we can say is hang in there. We're going to try to hang in there. We're doing everything we can. It's Monday tomorrow. I'm going to start making some phone calls to some of our, our house payment people and things, making some phone calls and seeing what the options are for coronavirus, just in case it comes to that. We'll be fine, guys. Don't worry about us. We are, we're survivors.
We survive.
We, hit rough patches and we get through it, and as a community hopefully, and as a state and as a country, hopefully people can step back, start thinking about other people, stop being selfish, and don't hoard things. We have friends who have babies that can't find diapers on the shelves of any of the stores because people are hoarding diapers. There's other babies in the world that need diapers too.
Diapers and baby wipes.
There's elderly folks that are going out to try to shop for the little things they need and they can't find anything. And somebody shared a meme with me today. It just broke my heart. And it was of a grandmother trying to shop, and she's in the toilet paper aisle and there's just nothing there. And there she is with her little basket. And what is she gonna do? Because she's probably took a bus to the place. She didn't drive there. She probably took a bus and now she can't get anything. So just be thinking about those things. If you can help somebody out, help them out. If you're going to the store anyway, offer to grab some stuff for somebody that, maybe that can't get out or is afraid or is afraid to go out, or, if there's a mom that's home with 4 kids now because school's out and, you're going to go to the store anyway, why not offer to pick her up some stuff so she doesn't have to try to figure out what to do with her kids or whatever it is. Just offer a helping hand to each other. That's the best thing we can do as people is just be kind to each other, help each other out, and be there for each other. And our prayers go out to anybody that's being affected by any of this in any way, shape, or form, like financially, emotionally, physically, whatever. Our prayers are out there for you.
All right, so we're going to end this video a little bit more on a positive note because we don't want to leave you guys so down. Even though times are crazy, but you know what? Lynn and I are survivors. We like to have fun, and we're gonna have a little fun with this. So
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I know.
So I guess I'm just gonna see what happens.
So I want to say thank you. We want to say thank you to our friends Dan and Jen from Dan and Jen Nevada. So go check them out on YouTube at Dan and Jen Nevada because their videos are always hysterical. And Dan, we are totally with you on your last video about coronavirus craziness. We are totally with you on all of it. We're
living it.
Yep.
And you were right about everything.
And we want to thank them mostly because they are helping us become even more internet famous. Yes, the paparazzi has been outside our window like all day long with face masks on. So
the burden of internet famousness, I don't know what it would be, internet fame has fallen upon us.
Yes.
So thank you, Dan and Jen, for that.
Yeah, we're super excited.
And for those of you guys wondering why we're saying that,
go check out their videos.
Go check. I'll link the video below so you'll know what they're
Go check out their video and you'll understand what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'll link that video below. Yep. But thanks, guys. Yep. And we look forward to seeing you guys soon. And we're still working on pulling those strings for you.
Yep, working on it. So, and then we got our first
ever
gift.
First ever subscriber mail.
Yeah. And it was a gift, so we were super excited about this.
It's from Michelle Hanks in Fort Worth, Texas.
And she sent us this awesome infuser. It's
diffuser. Diffuser. It's an oil diffuser, not infuser.
Oh yeah, it says right there. Essential Oil Ultrasonic Diffuser. Lynn and I have been wanting one of these for a while. We just didn't know which one to spring for, so... thank you for that.
She sent us that and a couple of the oils, so thank you so much, Michelle. We really appreciate it. I haven't tried it yet because we've been working and then trying to get through this weekend, so I'm going to try it this week, but I'm really excited because I've always wanted one. I've never tried it. Thank you for sending that to us. I really do appreciate it.
Infusers or diffusers, whatever, we're super excited about.
I love essential oils, and and I've never used a diffuser before, so on Instagram, her thing is Loaded Up and Traveling. Just all spelled out, Loaded Up and Traveling. So thank you, Michelle, for that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to use it. So thank you. If you guys, I've had a few people ask if we do have a mailing address, it'll be in the video description below.
Yeah. So
we'd love to hear from you guys. You guys don't have to send us gifts.
No.
I mean, gifts are always fun, but
we love postcards.
But you can always send us, if you're in another state and you could send us a postcard from the state you live in, that would be amazing because we love to collect those.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, I'll have that. Our mailing address is in the description box below.
Yep. So, but I think for now that's it.
Let me think. I don't know if we have anything else. Disneyland we covered. California we covered. The coronavirus we covered.
Yep.
The dogs have been running around like maniacs.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess that's it. I don't even know. I'm kind of all over the place right now. So guys, don't freak out. It is what it is. Wash your hands.
Don't touch your face.
Try not to touch your face. I'm the worst at that. I touch my face because I have allergies, so I'm constantly rubbing my eyes. I'm constantly touching my nose. It's horrible. So it's a really bad habit, but it's because I have horrible allergies, and it is what it is. But take care of each other out there. We love you guys. We appreciate you being here with us every week. If we can do anything for any of our local friends, like we said, let us know. We're totally willing to do what we can for you guys. And if you guys, the other thing I want to say is if any of you guys, need a little words of encouragement or anything like that, drop us a comment below. We'd love to send you something, send you a card in the mail, just, a little card of encouragement. And so just drop us a note below and we'll get that out to you because, the mail still runs.
Heck yeah.
So you can still get snail mail. So I guess that from all of us here, the dogs that are running around, the cats that are hiding, Jonathan and I, thanks for being here, you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of your neighbors. And we will see you next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.